Before he became recognized for his towering height of 7 feet 7 inches. Before he became known as a basketball player with a massive height advantage. Before he was lovingly nicknamed Big Bob by his fans. Before he started getting awesome roles in movies. Before tens of thousands of people followed him on social media. Who is Robert Bobroczky? I'm so excited to dive in and talk about this awesome dude who's done so much at his young age. Let's discuss how he got to where he is and what his journey looked like before the fame. Robert Bobroczky was born on the 17th of July 2000 in arid Romania. His listed weight is 231 pounds. His father is Hungarian-born Romanian international basketball player Zygmunt Bobroczky, who stands at a massive 7 feet 1 inches. His mother is Brunhild, who is a former volleyball and handball player. She stands at 6 feet 1 inches. At age 8, he was taller than his mother at 6 feet 2 inches tall, and by the age of 12, he reached a height of 7 feet 2 inches, surpassing his father.
Robert Bobroczky, 6'2" by the time he was 8 years old and was 7'2" at the age of 12.
He was taller than Robert Wadlow from the ages 8 to 13 years old. What would it have been like growing up with this incredible height? He has been the subject of medical studies nearly his entire life, leading to the prevailing opinion that his height is a result of healthy genetics, not a hormonal disease or overgrowth syndrome. Rob weighed just 190 pounds at the time of his high school basketball debut in January 2017. With a height of 7 feet 7 inches, he was considered underweight with a body mass index of 16.1 in 2014.
Because in my opinion, we have a lot of problems that we just overlook them.
Rob was recruited by Stella Azzurra, an amateur-level basketball club based in Italy. A scouting report on him noted that Rob possessed an improved mid-range jumper and passing ability, and his physical attributes made him an obvious mismatch against any of his opponents. Like most players of his stature, however, Rob was limited by his lack of muscle mass, endurance, and mobility on the court. His tremendously awkward stance and threat of exhaustion forced Rob to play limited minutes after helping the team win its under-15 championship title. Despite his limitations, Rob became an internet sensation in early 2016 as videos surfaced of him dominating much shorter competition during a game with Stella Azzurra. In 2016, Rob moved to Geneva, Ohio in the United States to attend a college preparatory school, Spire Institute and Academy. Entering his freshman season, Rob was put on a minutes restriction as he attempted to bulk up his physique for a transition into faster, more physical American basketball. On the 14th of January 2017, Rob made his debut for Spire Institute. As of January 2018, he was attending the nearby Grand River Academy. In July 2020, Rob committed to Rochester University. He returned to Romania shortly after classes began due to the COVID-19 pandemic in the fall of 2020. But he returned in fall of 2021. As a high school senior, Rob wore a US size 17 shoes and had 57-inch inseams. Rob speaks Romanian, Hungarian, English, Serbian, and Italian. In 2024, Rob made his acting debut as a human xenomorph mutant credited as Offspring in the sci-fi horror film Alien: Romulus, directed by Fede Alvarez. Due to his tremendous height, he is now an internet sensation with many fans who have lovingly given him the nickname Big Rob. Rob has started his own YouTube channel and podcast with his friends and continues to work on his career and make the most out of what was given to him. On his podcast, they talk about crypto, life, money, and what it is being like a 7'7" person. He said often he's felt like an outsider, how his experiences were met with laughter, jitters, and wonders from those around him. Rob always had an uncomfortable sensation that others were staring. When he got older, he discovered teammates that loved him and supported him for who he was. Because Rob is 7'7" his metabolism is through the charts. He had to work seriously hard to maintain muscle. It's hard to keep any weight that he builds. He's given it his absolute all. Trainers have said that he does absolutely everything he can, lifts every single day, and eats as much as possible. People have called him a fun guy, teammates like him, he's kind, he's humble, and he's learned to live with his height. He looks at it as a blessing and not a curse. People say he's a genuine person and they seem to enjoy him. His go-to meal to gain weight was a feast of turkey tetrazzini, breaded chicken, green beans, followed by 2 portions of rice pudding. A lot of his meals were dominated by pasta. He consumes 4,500 calories daily or more. It was said that his daily intake of pasta amounted to 2 whole pounds of the stuff. Rob went through a lot and unfortunately ended up getting scoliosis, which caused his entire backbone to curve in ways that it shouldn't have. After receiving treatment and surgery, Big Rob was back to business. On top of all of the cool things that Rob does, he also makes music and he plays the piano. The story of Rob is definitely an inspiring one. His positive outlook on life is so admirable. He has overcome challenges and showcased his talent on the court. His exceptional height and unique story make him a fascinating figure in the world of basketball. Is this your first time hearing about Rob, or are you already a fan? Let us know in the comments, we read all of them. Thank you so much for checking out Before They Were Famous. I hope you enjoyed this segment as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. I'm your host, Jessica Chin King. Feel free to check me out, give me a follow on Instagram. Stay tuned for more awesome stars and hot stories coming up.